This is my life with fairies. I just want to tell you that everyday life, forced to be kept away from magical encounters and wonder, is a prison. Probably I don't need to tell you, you know well that. Let us be the prince rescuing your princess soul from the biggest lie mankind has fed over generations. Let us uncover the magical world around and in us. Since I can remember, I've been friend of the beings of the trees, of the magical living in the trees, and I felt that friendship as my biggest treasure. I now invite you to join in and visit them with me. Come. Since I was a baby, I rejoiced most when my mother and grandfather walked by the fruit tree, because I could see a colorful greeting flowing from the tree and towards them. It was so much fun. I saw that my mother's and grandfather's love for nature was corresponded by these friends of the trees. So I grew up knowing that you spoke with both human and little beings of the trees, but about those you should never tell anybody. And yet, at the same time, I was told that I had to pray, and that was talking to the highest, and also to be good, to deserve heaven, to follow Jesus, who was a very strange human being, who did very different things from everybody else. So I had an idea. There were the people with what we could say cousins, friends, and others. Then there were the tree beings and the heavenly beings. And the clue was, never speak about tree beings. I sort of understood that is what human beings, my fellow human beings, were telling me. But I then was living in a little village surrounded by mountains, with a beautiful blue sky, and I had a river in front of the house and a smaller one in the other side of the house. So every night I slept listening to the whispering of the leaves of the trees and the sound of the water. Many times I did join in. When I was in bed at night, I just wanted to be part of them, and I knew it was real common sense what I could perceive. And yet often I did not understand what people said and how people lived so far from themselves and from what they said they wanted to achieve. I never had that problem with what I call tree beings or nature spirits. So I learned to pray a lot. I prayed Jesus and the angels and Mother Mary to help me to love and understand also humans. I prayed so I could be patient enough until I could guess why they chose to live ignoring magical friends and to survive without magic and good help in their lives. And because I had that communication with my magical friends, I could go on and be happy just praying. To other friends, nobody seemed to see either, but they believed in. The inner conversation I had with the higher beings was similar to my communication with trees and other nature spirits. And there was then